What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to be seeing a battle submission from AK Chili Willy, bringing the complete form Zygarde to the Open Master League. It comes at no surprise that all of us know about how strong this Pokemon is in the Open Master League. It's number 2 overall ranked. We're going to be seeing what it's capable of in today's video, as we have a core here of Shadow Snorlax and Dragonite with a Zygarde safe swap. Zygarde, being a Dragon Ground, is likely going to be drawing out harder counters, maybe fairies like Togekiss or Zacian to the Dragonite. So Dragonite sits cozy in the back. The Zygarde as well looks like it's an extremely steep investment, as AK Chili Willy here is powering it up for the very first time to unleash it into the Master League. So we're going to see what it's capable of as we get straight into the battles. Shout out to AK Chili Willy for sharing this with us. And let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, getting into the first battle, we have Snorlax on the lead versus Melmetal. So Snorlax here, incredibly strong in the Master League, especially in the Premier Cup, which you guys can look forward to later this season. It has access to Superpower and Body Slam. A lot of you may not have used Snorlax. If you guys have been around for a long time, you probably know about how strong it is, but Superpower does a lot of damage, as we do see a swap out now into a Dragonite and a counter swap into the Palkia. So a dragon on dragon fight right here, but unfortunately for the opponent, the Dragon Claw charge move is going to be doing a lot of damage as they do decide to shield. Now, something to note, which I always found really funny, this Palkia right here looks like it's missing arms. Does anyone else? It's like they skipped arm day, right? The joke, if you go to the gym, is always don't skip leg day, but this Palkia clearly has been skipping arm day, as Shiny Dragonite here is going to be taking it out. Boom, down it goes. Beautiful. So able to maintain switch advantage, and we will likely see Zygarde now come in and unleash. Now, in this battle submission here, the Zygarde in the first half of this video is going to be having access to Earthquake as a charge move, and in the second half, it's going to be utilizing Hyper Beam. So if you guys want to see what it's capable of with Hyper Beam in this meta, be sure to give that a try. But Snorlax now took the superpower right there. Unfortunately, not enough to KO, as the second one will, and they're going to counter swap into the Zygarde and start fast moving down, and the final Pokemon is going to be a Mewtwo. So that is going to be game over. 2 shielded Zygarde against Mewtwo, able to do super effective damage, and this thing just looks so intimidating. It's just unbelievable how powerful this Pokemon is, and rightfully so. The time investment that you have to put in order to get access to this Pokemon is very steep, and honestly well worth the wait, as the Mewtwo is going to be throwing another Psy Strike here, and they're going to go ahead and no shield. Not concerned about it at all. They just want to make sure they have enough energy so they can get to a charge move potentially there against the Melmetal that is still in the back. Crunch here. Boom! See ya, Mewtwo. And they're going to go ahead and counter swap into Melmetal. Maybe trying to catch the charge move, hoping that they would catch it. But ultimately, it's still 2-0 shields. Do they no shield right here? No, they're going to go ahead and shield right there, stopping the superpower, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Zygarde showing just how strong it can be. We have a lot of amazing battles left in this video. Again, Hyper Beam. But before we do, quick video from today's sponsor.
Look here, battlers. As the self-proclaimed GOAT, I know a thing or two, and today's sponsor, NordVPN, is a must-have for every battler to browse the internet safely. You see, NordVPN is more than just a VPN. It comes with a threat protection feature that will shield you from malicious websites, malware, trackers, and intrusive ads. Accidentally download malware? NordVPN's threat protection will boom that file faster than my Fire Blast can roast a Registeel. Want to keep your personal online data private and secure? NordVPN will sweep away any tracker faster than Shadow Victory Bell against a team of mudboys. You see, NordVPN is the best way to stay safe and secure on the internet, which is why ZyoniK is teaming up with NordVPN to bring you an exclusive birthday offer to save you 64%, while also getting 4 extra months for free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just head to our link down in the description and use code ZyoniK to get this exclusive offer. Thanks NordVPN for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the battles.
All right, getting into the next battle, we have Snorlax on the lead versus Hydreigon, the three-headed dragon right here. It is a dark dragon. They decided to swap into Dragonite. Now, this is interesting that they're utilizing the Dragonite as a safe swap. I thought they'd be using the Zygarde, which is okay, right? We're seeing what this trainer is going to be going with in this meta, as we do see a Metagross come in. Superpower going to be very helpful in this matchup, as it will do a lot of neutral damage. Now, Metagross is typically a decent counter to Dragonites because of the resistance to Dragon Breath, while being able, boom, to do a lot of damage with Meteor Mash. Now, Metagross is by far one of my favorite Pokemon. It's my favorite shiny, as well as Snorlax is going to go ahead and come in and trying to fast move down, and they get it just in time. That is beautiful. As the Metagross goes down, and we will see I believe that was Dragonite that did come in, and a Body Slam now going to be coming through. Shadow Snorlax is a big threat, not only in the Master League, especially for the Premier Cup, but in Ultra League Premier Cup. You guys, again, it's the first time we've had it back this season. You guys really need to look forward to that meta, as we will see the Snorlax looking to load up, but Dragonite is going to go ahead and throw the charge move. Now, they're trusting all shields once again into Zygarde, as Dragon Claw is not enough to KO. It's going to be a race, and they do get to the Body Slam just in time. Will Dragonite give up the final shield to try to get rid of Snorlax? No, Zygarde's going to go ahead and come in. One fast move, but not able to take it down in time, so they will have to give a shield here on the Dragon Claw, and they will be able to fast move down. The Hydreigon now is coming in, and Dragon Tail is just doing way too much damage. This is super effective damage to both Pokemon, right? Both Pokemon are dragon. The Hydreigon has Dragon Breath, and look, it doesn't even look like it's doing super effective damage here to Zygarde Complete Forme, as a Crunch now going to be coming through. Obviously resisted, but any chip damage is going to be needed, and it does get the debuff, so Dragon Tail is going to be taken in. That is going to be a good game, very well played. All right, now these are two straight battle submissions right here as well. Relatively in a range where a lot of you watching might be competing in. So this is good to see what these Pokemon are capable of at this ELO range, right? Right around at the start of Ace ELO range, as Mewtwo now is going to be here on the lead. Snorlax has a decent matchup here with Lick, but they will decide to swap into Dragonite instead, and there is the Togekiss. This is where Dragonite kind of struggles. What's interesting to know, if you guys didn't know about the charge moves that Dragonite has access to, is Hurricane is one of those that can do very well in this matchup. Now, as for the damage here against Togekiss, we'd have to double check on PV Poke, but I'm curious to see if the Dragon Claw would be a better option, just because it's single resistant instead of double, but Superpower is a very hard hitting charge move as well, so it's going to be a close one there, as Snorlax now is looking to come in. And this is perfectly fine. What they really want with this team, especially if you are running a double dragon, especially in the Master League, is you want to draw out any fairy or just charmer, right? The Togekiss right here, so that you can potentially sweep with the second dragon, right? Now there's a lot of other Pokemon in this meta that can do well, like the Dialga, for example, which has Dragon Breath while only taking neutral from Dragon-type fast moves, right, because of that steel typing. But Snorlax here looking to go for another Body Slam, as it is going to be the Mewtwo, and they're going to go ahead and swap out into the Zygarde and unleash it. Now, Mewtwo has a lot of energy, and Psy Strike could do a lot of damage. They also have to watch out for the potential Ice Beam, as they decide to no-shield, and it is going to be the Psy Strike that actually doesn't do as much. Zygarde sitting cozy right here, able to no-shield once again, as the Shadow Ball just isn't enough, and the next Pokemon coming in is going to be Metagross. So this is going to be close towards the end game. It's going to come down to who has the shields remaining, because Snorlax has Lick as a fast move here to do super effective damage against Mewtwo and Metagross. Zygarde now in a crucial position, or a critical position, I should say, in order to get off another crunch to try to force the final shield of this game. Metagross as well, still healthy, and Dragon Tail is not a threat, so the crunch will be coming through. And now they're going to look to swap out back into Snorlax, and this is where things get a bit dangerous, because the Metagross here, no, not able to get to the superpower in time. Metagross gets to the Meteor Mash, and this just might be a good game. Boom, down goes the Snorlax. Zygarde coming in, trying to find a win condition. The opponent swaps into Mewtwo. There it is. Zygarde gets the farm down. Can they get to the Crunch or Earthquake? They go for the Crunch. Maybe they could have gotten that Earthquake. Let's see if it's going to be enough to KO. Metagross, it is. Boom, see ya. Good. Okay, that was a close one. The opponent, I think, almost had it right there. All right, good game. Moving into the next one. Let's see how this battle goes. Now, Zygarde obviously is a highly sought after Pokemon. You guys can let me know down in the comments if you have it made yet, or how close are you, or are you just waiting to get future Zygarde so you can get better IVs, right? As unfortunately, we can't choose 100% IV, right? We have to use what we got. As Zacian here on the lead is going to be pretty nasty for a Snorlax because it does have access to close combat, which is exactly what they decided to throw, so that is going to be a good shield. Defenses now are down for the Zacian as Body Slam's going to be coming through, but Snorlax, not an offensive type Pokemon, but it will get a shield. That's actually pretty huge. Another close combat going to be coming through. This might just be enough to one-shot if Snorlax decides not to shield, and they don't. And no, Snorlax hangs on. And we do see a Yveltal. No one can tell me this is not a Bacon Bird. Look at that Pokemon right now and tell me with a straight face that that is not a Bacon Bird. I'm telling you guys, that's the secret nickname of this Pokemon. I have been calling it since day one. It looked like a Bacon Bird without being shiny, and then when it's shiny, it's literally a flying piece of bacon. You guys can agree or disagree with me, but the fact remains that Dragonite right here might just get KO'd and lose switch advantage. No, it hangs on with 1 HP, and a Draymond doesn't get the Dragon Claw. No, Snorlax. Ooh. They got to come in with Zygarde. Snorlax's Lick is not going to be enough, so they do come in with Zygarde. They're looking to aggressively farm down, and they get it. Bacon Bird is down. And let's see what decides to come in. It is going to be the Zacian. Now, Zygarde in a very good position right here with a lot of energy. Earthquake is going to do a lot of neutral damage. Now, will the Zacian give up the final shield of this game? No, they let it go and counter swap into Snorlax, throwing the Body Slam and a counter swap into Mewtwo to catch the charge move. As Body Slam here is going to be doing a decent amount of chip damage, and Lick now is going to be going to town against the Mewtwo. But Mewtwo's in a great position to overload on energy, and they decide to throw the Psy Strike here just before the second Body Slam can come through. And Zygarde now, it has to sweep this game, and I think it can. It's got like 5 brooms on its body right there, or mops. They would be kind of like mops. It's not really a broom. The arm-like things, everyone. The arm, they're going to be farming down with Dragon Tail, and this is looking to be a good game as Zacian right here is going to be able to go down to the double crunches. That Earthquake snuck through in the last time they faced off, as Crunch is going to be shielded, and then one more should be able to seal the deal as they can safely shield the potential Play Rough. Oh, they're going to no-shield the close combat. Look at that. It just did nothing. What a flex. That could have potentially been Play Rough, but they decided to no-shield and absolutely flex on the Zacian, getting 100 wins for their free Go Battle League pass as well. Good game. All right, moving into the next battle. Yeah, they got to claim that reward. Claim it. Yep, get all the dust. All of it. It's so satisfying. Hopefully you guys pick that up. If you guys didn't know about this, you can get it for free at the beginning of the season. It gives you lots of Stardust. It gives you TMs and Elite TMs and Rare Candy and Rare XL Candy as well. Really nice addition if you guys are doing a lot of Go Battle League. You do need 500 wins overall in the season to complete all the rewards, but you can definitely get that. All right, we have Mewtwo now on the lead, a shiny one, best buddy at that. And Snorlax is in, once again, a good position. They just need to watch out for Focus Blast, as a charge move is going to be coming through. It's looking to be... Oh, all right. It was Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball, heavily resisted by normal type Pokemon. In this kind of situation, unless this is... Okay, this could be a single moved Mewtwo, to be completely honest. It might just be, right? But in these types of situations, the Psy Strike is really powerful in these matchups, and maybe they were trying to bait for a Focus Blast. If this is a Shadow Ball once again, I'm guessing it's a single moved Mewtwo. No, it's an Ice Beam. Okay, so Ice Beam did do a lot of damage there. They're going to go ahead and come in with Zygarde. All right, now this is funny. Dragon Breath, super effective damage against Zygarde. Dragon Tail, neutral against Dialga. And I just want you guys to look at the fast move damage rate that is happening right here. They're basically neck and neck, and Zygarde is taking super effective. That's how powerful this Pokemon is in the Open Master League, as a crunch will land, and they're going to be able to get to another one here in time, looking to force a shield now from the Dialga. And it all comes down to what is Pokemon number 3 going to be. Oh, crunch, not enough to KO, and unfortunately an Iron Head is going to be coming through, but we know it can easily tank this charge move, as it doesn't do that much damage. Now, final Pokemon is going to be Groudon. So, Groudon's going to get, oh man, they counter swap into Snorlax and get the fast move down. They have enough energy here to go for a Body Slam. That is a beautiful, quick timed play here by AK Chili Willy, able to read that, you know what, I can lick down in time, get a Body Slam for chip damage, save the Zygarde, and then come in with Dragonite right here in a very strong position, especially most likely being able to resist all the charge moves here from Groudon. Probably Fire Punch and Precipice Blades if I had to take a guess. Dragon Tail doing a lot of damage as the opponent is looking to aggressively farm down with Mud Shot. And now in comes the Dragonite, and this is where we see the move set here on Groudon. It is going to be Precipice Blades, and that's going to be resisted because of the flying typing there on Dragonite, and that is going to be a good game. Beautiful play right there, as Dragonite can easily no-shield the next charge move. And it's a Solar Beam! Of course it was, but Dragonite able to hang on. And that is going to be a good game, very well played. Alright, moving into the next one. Now, this is where Hyper Beam is going to be used on Zygarde, the second set of battles right here, as we do see a Shadow Snorlax, sorry, into the normal Dragonite there, as they're going to go ahead and let the first charge move go through. Superpower, we know it doesn't KO, and this trainer is living on the edge. Look at that battery in the top right. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys can see it. Man, living on the edge, not even plugged in at the beginning of a 5 set as they go ahead and swap into Zygarde, and this is going to be the Hyper Beam one, and in comes a Togekiss in the 2-to-1 shields. Hyper Beam! We gotta see how much damage this is gonna do. They're gonna go ahead and go for it here, and Zygarde able to hang on with all that charm damage as well. Hyper Beam now coming through. Okay, I thought it was going to do more. I thought it was going to do more. I thought we were going to see a pure, clean one-shot. But thankfully, Zygarde is bulky enough here. It may not be attack-weighted, but thankfully it's bulky enough to survive long enough to get to a crunch, as Togekiss now has a lot of energy. Now, if Togekiss is the hardest counter to dragons on this team, Dragonite could do a very clean sweep here in the end game, and the Snorlax needs to be prepared for the potential Aura Sphere here, or Flamethrower, and it is going to be the Ancient Power, so that is not enough to KO. A second one coming likely means back-to-back, so they can easily let this one go. As once again, not going to be enough to KO, and they can go for Body Slam here. And now it's time to unleash the Dragonite in order to win this game, as hopefully there's no more hard counters. It's going to be a Dragonite Mirror, but thankfully they do have one shield remaining, and they should be able to fast move farm down in time if the opponent does not swap out based on the energy right now, and they do swap out, and it's going to be a Kyogre in the back. This is a beautiful situation if you are the Dragonite, because Kyogre, Waterfall, and Surf are going to be resisted. It doesn't have enough time to get to the Thunder, and this is now, yes, it is going to be the Surf, so Dragonite's going to be able to survive. The only way AK Chili Willy here can win is if they build up to 2 Dragon Claws. Let's see. Do they get it in time? Yeah, they do. They definitely have enough energy now, and this is looking to be a good game, very well played, as the Dragon Claw, boom, takes out the Kyogre, and the second one will take out the opponent Dragonite. So beautifully played right there, recognizing a win condition of an aggressive farm down, boom, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. All right. Moving into the next one. Again, these are 2 straight sets here for this trainer. AK Chili Willy, climbing through the ELO rating, was in the 1900s, now is in the 2000s. And I'm going to take a guess after this set, they're going to be in the 2100s, which is a really solid climb for 2 sets, as we do see a Giratina Altered here on the lead, which is a really nice matchup, and we do see a Dragonite swapping. Once again, AK Chili Willy, no chill on the battery, right? Still in the red and going through the Master League right here. His Body Slam is going to do a good amount of chip damage as they do swap into Zygarde now to catch the charge move. But unfortunately, this is going to be doing... Oh, it was Superpower. It doesn't do super... Oh, they are charging. They plugged it in. There it is. I see it. The lightning connection. He decided to start charging the cell phone as he farms down a Dragonite, and now Zygarde is in such a powerful position here, everyone. It just farmed down Dragonite. It has Crunch and Dragon Tail for Giratina Altered. This is looking near unstoppable, if I do say so myself, as a Dragon Claw isn't going to do enough damage. And look at this. He's ramping up that damage. Another Crunch coming through. Hopefully gets a shield here from the opponent, because they really need shields down. The opponent decides to no shield. 2 shields still remaining for the final Pokemon, and Zygarde here has an opportunity to shield and farm down, but they're opting to let it go as Dragon Claw is not enough. Zygarde gonna completely farm down, and the final Pokemon is gonna be a Melmetal, so that is gonna seal the deal. Zygarde here with Crunch hopefully can apply that debuff. Snorlax is going to be able to come in, and in order for Melmetal to get rid of Snorlax, it has to land Superpowers, which in turn lowers the defenses so that Dragon Breath can do more damage as they go ahead and go for another charge move. This could be double Iron Bash. No, it is going to be a second superpower, which means Dragon Breath is going to be shredding. The resistance of steel is no longer existent. Dragon Breath now, I know it still says not very effective, but look at the health. It is just slowly going down. They do need to watch out for Rock Slide, as that is a strong charge move here on Melmetal, but they decided to no shield right there, as they can go ahead and go for Dragon Claw. Now, something else to note, Superpower not only lowers your defense, but it also lowers your attack, so the Rock Slide doesn't do as much damage, and I think they know that the opponent is wanting to swap out at some point. And a beautiful catch there by AK Chili Willy on the Zygarde, catching the resisted Rock Slide and able to get a few Dragon Tails through. Look at the damage! It is still surviving! How is it alive? Alright, Dragonite now is so good. They're going to go no shield it. Just flex. No shield it. Oh, they're going to go ahead and shield, respecting the Rock Slide, and they will Dragon Breath down, and the opponent does decide to surrender. So that's going to be a good game. Very well played. All right, moving into the next battle. Let's see. I think we have 2 more, maybe. Moving in the next one. That was a beautiful catch there on the Zygarde, AK Chili Willy. I like it. And the fact that, because Zygarde is part ground typing and Thundershock obviously double resisted, it was able to do so much Dragon Tail damage where I thought it would just go down. Alright, Snorlax, Togekiss. This is a beautiful Pokemon to see on the lead, not just because it has flowers on its head, but the fact that Charm shreds this back line, well, kind of shreds Zygarde, as Body Slam now is going to be coming through, looking to chip away the health here of Togekiss, and that's really what you want to do if you are the Snorlax. Get shields and chip away the health, and they are going to have to shield as well, as they really need this Togekiss to get extremely low in terms of its health, so that the Zygarde can come in and farm down. They do get 2 shields already, so Snorlax looking pretty good in order to safely shield this charge move. Hopefully they don't get the boost if it is an ancient power, but it was the Aura Sphere right there, as they got to go for the Body Slam. They're going to go ahead and go for it here. Got to get rid of this Togekiss, and then we are going to see the Zygarde sweep. I'm calling it right here. Body Slam, not enough to KO, but the Snorlax does get it. And now unleash the Zygarde. Here we go. It is going to be Mewtwo that comes in. So Zygarde obviously sitting very comfortable right now with Crunch and 2 shields, as they decide to no shield. The Side Strike doesn't do that much damage, and we'll have to see what the opponent decides to do, because Crunch here is going to be crunching through the opponent's HP, as it is super effective damage. Mewtwo as well is trying to throw the final charge move, but it's just not going to be enough. I don't think this was enough energy for Ice Beam, as now the final Pokemon is going to be Giratina Origin Form, and Crunch here is going to be making quick work of it. Dragon Tail and Crunch, such a powerful combination in this meta because of how prevalent other dragons are and psychic or ghost type Pokemon. It's really strong, and then Hyper Beam is also really nice against stuff like Togekiss, as we will see an Ominous Wind land. But Zygarde able to hang on and fully farm down the Giratina Origin. Zygarde didn't even need to shield, and Mewtwo here is going to be going down as well. This thing is unbelievably powerful. Boom! See ya, Mewtwo. And that is going to be a good game, very well played. Alright, moving into the next battle. These are some fun sets. Just seeing just how it's so tough to overcome, right? If you are facing off against a Zygarde, it feels like an unclimbable hill, an unstoppable force, as Zygarde is just way too good. As we're sitting here in queue, and that's okay, as we're going to be getting into this next battle very shortly. I might fast forward just a bit. Let's see here. There we go. All right, we have Landorus here on the lead. Now, Landorus can do pretty well against this whole team. It all depends on how much energy it has. It's very spammy with the Mud Shot and Superpower or Sandsear Storm combination, as they do get the attack drop. And then they're going to go ahead and go for Body Slams here. But ultimately, it's going to come down to what is in the back. What two Pokemon are they going to be facing off against? Can Zygarde actually come through and clutch up another beautiful sweep like we saw in the previous battles? As they're going to go ahead and no-shield the Sandsear Storm once again and swap into Zygarde, and it's going to be a Togekiss once again that comes onto the field. We have seen how much damage Hyper Beam can do, and the combination of Hyper Beam and Crunch is enough to force a shield from Togekiss, but will they let it go through? Let's see. The Hyper Beam does land. That's a beautiful amount of damage. Zygarde now in a race for its life in order to get to this Crunch in time, and they just get there. This is the exact amount of damage that they need in order to get rid of Togekiss, or just get it extremely low. Uh-oh. So now Snorlax is going to have to come in and soak some of this energy, because you don't want to have to give up a shield on the potential ancient power here. And I think they just got to let this go. They are. Dazzling Gleam instead. Boom. Down it goes. Dragonite now coming in. Going to be able to Dragon Breath down. Landorus out of energy. What is Pokemon number 3? The Landorus decides to come in. They go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw. And we are off to the races, everyone. We don't know what Pokemon is in the back, but clearly they are fearing it. Oh no, it's a Primarina with Charm. Never mind. See ya, Dragonite. As they do decide to surrender. Alright, moving into the next one. Was not expecting double Charm in Master League. I don't know how many of you decide to run that, but the Primarina with Charm is pretty spicy. Snorlax now versus Avalugg here on the lead. This is going to be an interesting matchup, as Avalugg is extremely weak to Superpower. So we'll have to see how they decide to play this. And Avalugg as well, right? Very strong against the Dragon Flying and Dragon Ground backline, especially with Powder Snow and Icy Wind. So Superpower here needs to land. It has to connect in order for them to have a chance, because if not, this could go downhill very quickly, as a Superpower is going to be shielded. Attack and defense are dropped, and this is a position you don't want to be in if you are the Snorlax. You've already been debuffed by Icy Wind. You're going to be debuffed again, and now your attacks are doing nothing. They have to come in with Dragonite in order to have any hope here of potentially winning this game, as they will give up a shield, and Avalugg is looking way too strong against this team. They need to start landing some charge moves as they go ahead and go for the Superpower here, and Avalugg could potentially sweep this whole team. I don't want to say it, but the hard counter to this team is an Avalugg. Alright, get to the super. They get to it just in time. Avalugg not throwing the Icy Wind is actually out of luck, as Superpower here is going to be landing. Boom, down it goes, and the opponent has no clue that a Zygarde Complete Forme is lurking in the back. Here we go. Snorlax, little bit of health, little bit of energy, looking to go for the Superpower, and they get to it in time. This is going to have to be a fast swap now into Zygarde in order to potentially win this game, as the Superpower is going to give him too low, and that's a ton of damage there, as Zygarde now is going to be coming in and going for the aggressive farm down. Shield going to be going up, or just let the Iron Head go through. It is going to be the Ironhead. They go ahead and let it go through. Final Pokemon is going to be the Landorus, and we already know the oh, they decided to go for Crunch. Go for the Hyper Beam. Come on, this is the final game. No shields remaining. Crunch, though, still going to do a good amount of damage, and I feel like the Hyper Beam was the better call here, as Sandsteer, oh, we don't know the charge move is actually going to be. The Landorus was previous battle. They decided to let it go through. It is going to be Stone Edge right there, and Crunches now are going to be landing, but they should be able to fast move down in time, and I think Zygarde is staring back at me saying, ZyoniK, it doesn't matter if I went for Hyper Beam or not. I am still winning this game, as they will give up the final shield here against the potential superpower Sandseer Storm. And now we see the Dialga face off against the new King of Dragons, as Crunch is going to be coming through and taking out Dialga. And that, my friends, is going to be a good game, very well played. Beautiful sets right there. A beautiful climb. 200 ELO in 10 battles. What an amazing accomplishment right there for AK Chili Willy. Huge congrats on getting your Zygarde Complete Forme. That was a really cool set of battles, and I appreciate that you showcased the Earthquake variant and the Hyper Beam variant. And what we saw there is Hyper Beam was really clutch against Togekiss. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.